Ramaphosa is the president of the ANC, and if you come to us with those demands, forget. If you come to us with a demand that Ramaphosa must step down as a president, that is not going to happen. We've got no such mandate. We are not going to engage with political parties on the basis that we don't want to talk to so and so and so. We're not going to do that because we don't run political parties. You asked me about MK Party. We've got many reservations about that party, but we will talk to them. If they want to work with us, we will map out how we want to do, but no political party will dictate terms like that.
One of the biggest problems with leaders is not knowing when to let go. As the ANC NEC seat, one of their major priority is coalition. But really, they should be focusing on the seat of the president. Are we letting you go, or are you continuing? If he continues, he keeps damaging the legacy and the image of the ANC. If they let him go, a lot of businesses, the white monopoly capital, will complain and threaten to destabilize the economy of South Africa because they believe in Ramaphosa. Now, the ANC need to sit down and really discuss and come to a conclusion on what is best for the people. The mere fact that each and every time the white monopoly capital, when it realizes that their people are not being favored, they start with this scaremongering. It is a very big problem. Now, there are reports of RAND starting to gear up in reaction to what would be the results of coalition. If Ramaphosa leaves, the RAND will suffer. If Ramaphosa stays, the RAND will look at who is he in coalition with. If it's the people they don't love, take for example, if ANC goes into coalition with the MK Party, the RAND would probably react and say that I am collapsing. But if the ANC works with the DA, the RAND will be happy. That is how you see that our economy is being controlled. Now back to the NEC. There are a lot of people who really don't favor Ramaphosa in the NEC, while a big majority favors him. A special mention is Fikile Mbalula. He will die for the protection of Ramaphosa. Gwede Mantashe used to support him, and I had reports that he's not the same person as before because he feels like the ANC has been let down. Now, the ANC looks at itself and feels like the most important thing is that this is the journey to 2029. What we do today, what we decide, will determine whether we come back and go over 50%, or this is the death of the ANC. A lot of people sitting at that NEC will be pushing for Ramaphosa to leave because they know that it is at the highest risk at the moment of being a failure. They told us that it is going to rule till Jesus comes. Jesus is not here yet, but the time of ANC seems like to be getting closer. Zuma has just proved that you can distract the movement, and he did. Now, what do they decide on? Let us let go of Ramaphosa, because they are going to gun for Ramaphosa every day and night. The mistakes of Ramaphosa, he's going to be reminded. If the ANC goes into coalition with the EFF, do not think that Ramaphosa will be safe. He's going to have 5 times more stress than he had before. If he thinks that the issue of COVID-19 was a problem, he's going to age dramatically because they are going to be on his case. Now, as a president, that issue of letting go of power at the earliest stage, this should be working for the president. He must resign and go and deal with the issues. leave when it's still early, because if he stays, they are going to make his life a misery. It is upon the ANC NEC to decide. But of course, they might be overpowered. And at this moment, it's no longer about the ANC, it's about the people of South Africa. Sitting down, they should really reflect and say that we have been in power for 30 years. It cannot be that at this age we have been rejected. Then there must be something wrong we are doing. 2029 was a reflection for them, and it showed that there are moments where people of South Africa would be leaving you. They never believed that. They went on platform to really speak about the fact that MK is just a baby. We are going to overcome whatever forces they are coming with. Unfortunately, they never did. ANC NEC needs to be very careful about the decision on the presidency. Coalition alone is not going to help them. Letting go of Ramaphosa, the WMC reacts. Keeping Ramaphosa, political parties put pressure on him, but eventually he will burst. Eventually, the president of South Africa, if he continues to be a president, he will eventually resign. You cannot stand the heat. While the oven keeps heating up, you cannot stand that heat. They might save him now, but it is going to do a damage to his legacy. You live while you still have time. Can they let him go and save the little reputation that is still left and get a new leader who can try and mobilize and strengthen the movement while the years are still going? They still have 5 years to work on that. Or will they let the president stay so that he can go and fight for another day? But he'll be fighting a losing battle. Zuma has just showed that it can be beaten. Maybe he should leave and go and face Zuma when he's not in the leadership position, because we know that if he continues, the stress that is going to run over will really destroy the legacy that he tried to build. It is upon the NEC to decide if keeping Ramaphosa would be beneficial for their record of 30 years in governance, because at this moment it has been broken.